It is key, it is vital, it is essential. We can't live without it. One tear of our existence on earth centers on it. It is an integral part of our existence. Not only it saturates the atmosphere, but it is with us everywhere. At the office, the marketplace, the business center, the home, personal interaction, wherever, it's just all over the place. Since God created the world, directly and indirectly, it affects. And we are involved. No option. Can escape it, can avoid it, can postpone it. It is called information. Not wanting to be a part of it or do anything with it or give curiosity to it, you will be tossed to and fro, abused, exploited, used, and you will complain at the feet of your victim. The only option is to get involved. Be fully engaged with it as it engages you fully. Good morning and welcome to King's Local Daily on Kings 88.5, your radio vendor. On this 15th day of July 2025, I'm Sam Andrews. These are the papers on your radio, Kings 88.5. Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent. The News, the nation's news since 1989. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper, another Doyen newspaper, The Daily Observer, Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. The In Profile Daily, The Authoritative Heritage. These are the papers with your radio vendor, Kings 88.5. In the next 30 minutes, we'll run you through the major and sub-lead stories as well as other stories these papers are reporting. We begin with Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent. This is the lead story of The Independent newspaper. As organizers vow, protest will last until Buakai. The lead story it is of The Independent newspaper. As organizers vow, protest will last until Buakai. The photographs of the President Joseph Yuma Buakai, the Justice Minister Oswald Tuer, Police Director Gregory Coleman, the Youth League Chair of the Congress for Democratic Change, Emmanuel Johnson, and Solidarity for New Day Civil Society Executive Director Molba Molu, all sharing the front page of The Independent newspaper. This is the protest week. Today, the 15th, tomorrow, the 16th, and day after tomorrow, the 17th. It is constitutional, it is democratic, it is the will of the people. No government can trample upon the rights to assemble, no government should prevent, no government should orchestrate, no government should stop it at all. Anything to the contrary, the atmosphere, the government is dictatorial, autocratic, repressive, bad democratic tenets which will affect any country. The footnote story front page, Lacra interim team steps up, gets first-hand information. The acting director then sign the front page. You want to get a glimpse of the front page as we run you through the back page. Bese appears for confirmation, vows to uphold constitution. Liberia returns to FAO after 44 years. BCTC to graduate 123 students. GLICIA provides update, focuses on legislative advocacy. That's Representative Dowan GLICIA. The Independent, Liberia's most investigative newspaper, is out today for not 40, but 50 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors if you haven't yet, with this headline: as organizers vow, protest will last until Buakai. Well, hanging headline. No reason you have to get a copy. It's compulsory. Reach out to any one of the vendors if you haven't yet and get a copy. If you are unable, then your radio vendor, as per your location or business schedule, has done it for you, brought you the paper. It's out for 50 Liberian dollars. The Independent, Liberia's most investigative newspaper, one of the doyen newspapers on the newsstand, being around for rack of ages. Clear for me. From the Independent to the news, the nation's news since 1989. Lead story of the newspaper. Terminate counter-protest. Unity Party warns followers over controversial July 17 event. That's the lead story of the newspaper. Terminate the counter-protest. Unity Party warns followers of controversial July 17 event. Scores of partisans of Unity Party had organized honoring ceremony. They say in appreciation of President Joseph Yuma Boakai's legacy, to honor him on the same day. Enough protest will be taking place. And so the party's chairman, Luther Tappe, said, no, that will be counterproductive. That will terminate, it will cause chaos. You can't do that. You have to call off yours, as the enough protest was planned, and they sought the authorities' permission. Hence, there cannot be two protests at the same time, or one protest and one honoring ceremony, which will draw thousands of people. It will lead to a clash. Yeah, interestingly, Liberia is just a play tour society. Yesterday, we saw all of these things. One group organizing protests, another group will come and say they're organizing theirs too, or they're coming to counter. Unity Party just spoke against it. It was wrong when CDC was doing it. Yeah, they're doing the same old thing. You tend to wonder what kind of society. It's just a frolic society, play society. Just everybody just not serious. Just not serious. It's just a fun fair society. Nothing. Everything just a joke. Why this man should do this? He shouldn't do it, so I'm doing it too. Because he's doing it, I should do it. But that's the lead story of the newspaper. Terminate the counter protest. Unity Party warns followers of controversial July 17 event. The footnote story from page: 6-year-old girl battles rear defect. Father cries for surgical aid. Pathetic situation she has. She's on the front page. Little Savior Reeves needs your help, your assistance, whichever way you can help her save her life. And your goodwill would not go in vain. This is the lead story. The back page: LNP takes several disciplinary actions. Gafwa makes case for Liberia in Washington, D.C. Meets IMF deputy, U.S. officials. IMF is the short form for International Monetary Fund. Lays commends China's capacity building support as officers depart for specialized training. Boakai consults Nigeria for death of ex-president Buhari. 123 students to earn bachelor degree as Bong Technical College prepares for fourth convocation. The news is out today for 40 Liberian dollars. Only 40 Liberian dollars. You want to get a copy, no more, no less than 40 from any one of the vendors, so that you have a full understanding of the lead story. Thirty minutes after 11 o'clock, you're listening to and watching King's Local Daily on King's 88.5, your radio vendor. Today is Tuesday, the 14th day of July 2025. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper is up next. This is the lead story. Justice bases judicial consistency. Question during confirmation. But that's the lead story of the Doyen Inquirer newspaper. Justice bases judicial consistency. Question during confirmation. But he appeared before the Senate on yesterday to justify his nomination to the position of Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia. There were concerns raised by some of the senators. One of them, his dissenting opinion, which some analysts see as a reward. When he took a dissenting view or expressed dissenting opinion in the Chief Justice ruling or the Supreme Court ruling in the House of Representatives, Mele. Mutual Benefits takes 11.2 million flight to Supreme Court. That's Mutual Benefits Insurance Company filed a writ of prohibition with the Supreme Court of Liberia seeking to halt the enforcement of 11.2 million judgment in favor of B Mountain Mining Company. Defense withdraws bail bond for outrage orders. The paper is reporting that defense lawyers for Thomas Enrich and others have formally withdrawn a 4,500 criminal appearance bond that was previously approved by Criminal Court A, presided over by Judge Roosevelt Wiley, as the full hearing is slated for the August term of court, the Capitol building arson case. This is the lead story. The back page, LDEA intercepts cocaine at RIA, but LDEA intercepts cocaine at RIA, but LDEA is the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. FDA conducts field monitoring of EU-funded Lego Grain project. The Inquirer, like the other papers, is out for $40 Liberian dollars. 40. You want to get a copy from any one of the vendors, please do, so that you get a full understanding of what transpired in the Senate yesterday with the man nominated to head the Supreme Court bench as Chief Justice. When he faced the senators, even though it was just a gathering for the laughter, but nothing going to happen, he will be confirmed. Don't take the senators' laughter or questioning serious. No, the Senate just can't deny. Confirmation hearing is not necessarily to deny people. No, it's just to know exactly where you are headed, an idea where you have a full understanding what you're going to do, the expectation. That's all, except for some critical issues that the senators can hang on legitimately, then you are denied, as we saw in the past, but not necessarily to deny a person. From Doyen Inquirer newspaper to Doyen Daily Observer. This is the lead story of the Doyen Daily Observer newspaper. No request made for Liberia to take U.S. deportees, government of Liberia says. Did you get the headline? This is it again. No request made for Liberia to take U.S. deportees, government of Liberia says. That's the lead story. Other stories. Government welcomes July 17 protest. Justice Ministry grants approval. Government welcomes July 17 protest. Justice Ministry grants approval. Those who are speaking against it, those who want it aborted, those who think that the protest just not right, they just need to shut up now because the authority has given full approval. It doesn't make sense to argue further when the government says yes, because your opposition cannot stop anything. Just watch and see. They have the right and they have to exercise it. It is a major democratic turning that determines a country's future. I will be Chief Justice for every Liberian. Justice Bese says. The back page of the Daily Observer newspaper. Let natural resources be a blessing, not a curse, PUL President Julius Kanumba says. Let natural resources be a blessing, not a curse. PUL President Julius Kanumba. 11 candidates to contest NIMBA by-elections as NEC releases preliminary list. 11 candidates to contest NIMBA by-elections as the National Elections Commission, NEC for short, releases preliminary list. The Daily Observer is out for 40, only 40, no more, no less, only 40, reasonable amount. You want to get a copy of the newspaper so that you get a full understanding of these stories the Doyen Daily Observer is reporting. "22 minutes after 11 o'clock. Your dial is 88.5 Kings FM. We are transmitting from Central Monrovia, situated between Randa and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. The Oracle News Daily is next up. Lead story: over 3 billion rare earth minerals in Lofa in Maryland. Over 3 billion rare earth minerals in Lofa and Maryland. That's the lead story of the Oracle Daily newspaper, Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. Over 3 billion rare earth minerals in Lofa and Maryland. If you think this country is cursed, no, it is blessed, but cursed by its own politicians. Since the black don't know the essence of the natural resources God blessed them with, the white man will use them and exploit them, abuse them, and leave them in poverty. Call them to sit around the table and tell the white man, how can we put our disposals or our resources are at your disposal? Come to our country, exploit them, take them away. As we continue to live in poverty and look up to you guys, you saw it around the table with Donald Trump. That wasn't a news anyway. That is the normal. That's how I have been from years to years. You think your country should be like this? Your country is poor. Your country hasn't gone anywhere by development. Your country is still being used. Your resources exploited. God gave this country, blessed this country with abundant resources. You should be far ahead, far ahead. Look at countries that are using the mineral resources, the natural resources right. See where they are developmentally, far ahead. But you continue, Liberia continue to put theirs at the whims and caprice of the white man, and the white man exploits. And that is why Liberia is a subservient country. Liberia is not independent, only independent on paper, sovereign on paper, but a subservient country. One of the countries that beg for almost everything every day. This is the lead story. U.S. over 3 billion rare earth minerals in Lofa and Maryland counties. The back page of the Oracle News Daily. FDA evaluates EU-US 4.9 million grain project. Liberian women peace building work in Peace Hut. Be mounting 50,000 cleaning exercise in host communities. That's how the Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you newspaper, looks like this morning with this lead story. Over 3 billion rare F minerals in Lofa and Maryland. Gradually winding down to zoom out on King's Local Daily. The In Profile Daily newspaper is next. Lead story. US 1.8 billion HPX real deal triggers uproar. Boakai misled? The paper is asking. US 1.8 billion HPX real deal triggers uproar. Boakai misled? 5 townships, 1 city for NIMBA. For multiple criminal offenses, police suspends senior officers. Boakai extends condolences to Nigeria over the death of former President Buhari. This is the lead story. The back page, Boakai returns from U.S. visit, urges stronger global partnership. Doctors to End Violence sign. FDA conducts field monitoring of EU-funded Lego Grain project. The In Profile Daily is out too for 40 Liberian dollars. 40, only 40, reasonable amount. You want to get a copy, you ought to. It's not an option, but an obligation so that you have an understanding. With this story, something happened somewhere in that 1.8 billion deal. The paper has gone to the bottom of how and why that agreement was signed, especially signed in a covert way. So you want to get a copy of the In Profile Daily so you have a full understanding whether Boakai was misled in a deal or not. The last but not the least, and then we are out on King's Local Daily for today. The authoritative heritage newspaper. This is the lead story. No rotation of rascals. President Boakai warns, vows to eliminate corrupt officials. No rotation of rascals. President Boakai warns, vows to eliminate corrupt officials. That's the lead story of the Heritage newspaper. The footnote story, grand jury clears LTA Abdullahi Kamara. Will he return? Indict former LTA boss Edwina Zakba. Unity Party is acquitted. CDC is indicted. That's the atmosphere. That's what it is under the Joseph Yema Boakai reign in Liberia. Once you are from CDC or associated with the former government, even if you are on the side of God or you're sitting on God's side, they will go for you. Even if you have not a single problem, they will look for something so that you are indicted, you are placed behind bars. That the atmosphere in Liberia, grudge, vindictiveness, malice, hate, grudge. So Abdullah Kamara, who is a Unity Party person and a strong supporter, the grand jury clears him, exonerated him, said, no, he is a sin, no problem. Edwina Zakba from the other side, CDC associated with George Weah, work in George Weah government, is the devil. She is indicted. The back page of The Heritage. AML blasted for staging inauguration of unfinished 1.4 billion planned. AML is ArcelorMittal, Liberia. Lawmakers push for credible electoral boundaries. Defense pulls build bond house on defendants amid flight risks. UP denounces Council of Patriots for JNB, JKK counter protest. Urges focus on governance, peace. The authoritative heritage is out for 40 Liberian dollars. Only 40, no more, no less. Small money. You want to get a copy? If you haven't yet, please do. If you are unable as per your location or your basic schedule, then your radio vendor, Kings 88.5, has brought the paper to you. That's all the time we've got for Kings Local Daily on Kings 88.5. Thank you so much for being with us. We're back tomorrow. Please join us if you can. Yes, we're back tomorrow. But before then, the news is on at 1 Kings Newsroom. You want to join us for that. And at 3, Real Talk. I'm Sam Andrews.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.